So we will check in help. What is there for our HTTPD? So HTTPD, we have host for -h. Not all option we need to use, only the required option. H is there. You can give my IP address also. You can give port number. Okay, you can use IPv4, IPv6. We are not concerned about it. If you have a certificate, if it is HTTPS, we can provide certificate location. Okay, then URL. Yeah, this is what I'm concerned with. You can give URL what we are getting or posting. Okay, sometimes what happens is we need to get a post request also. Okay, so we are concerned about /-u. So we'll see how we can work with -u. Same command. So instead of index/index.html should be given as -u. And this is not required. And see what happens. Still, it is not found. Okay. Go to this location. www.html vi index.html. If it is there, we can add something. Spelling wrong. Oh, correct. Give something. We should give correct. Now go to our Nagios server. Check again. Now it is okay. Getting? Got my point? Since there was file was not, now it is okay fine. Okay, use this one for our Nagios one. It doesn't mean that you should create with OK, but we can have anything to configure. So here we are configuring the URL / the index.html. So we -h. -u is the URL. URL. Unified Resource Locator. Okay. URL. Now go to the previous location conf.d. Open training. Oh, it is still there in plugin. cd -vi training.cfg. Okay, we will write one more command. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 YY. Paste it down. 6 YY. It will copy the 6 lines. So no need to write again and again. Host name is same. Now our service is HTTP service. HTTP. Now we have not SMTP. This is HTTP, and we need to give host name. It will automatically take -u. You should give /index.html. We'll see if this works or not. Now give -v verify for Nagios. We got an error. See, one more problem writing the pre-check. So where is the problem? Go up and check where is the problem. So training server read object file, there is a problem. Service check HTTPD -u index to be specified in service for host training. Means something wrong with that service. Check service is wrong, specified in HTTPD service in training host name. So you should not give like that. So it should be something else that we want to use it out. So how we can do that? Any service you can configure. You can configure service this also manually, also manual services. Should check that one. Training, CMC. Use generic service, correct. Host name, service description, correct. Check command they have given like -h is given already. We'll try that too. Okay. It will always accept the command, so you don't have to worry. Host name -u/HTML. Notification enabled, you don't have to give that. Now we'll see what is the problem. Now, that is the reason why I already told you how to always verify what you are doing. So that is not taking. Again, we will check it out. Instead of -u, in the command line, there may sometimes they change few things. Still there is a problem. Still there is a problem. Okay, now we will use the complete check that we have given over here. This is what the working on, right? Which is this location, pwd plugins / check httpd. Now we'll see if this command works or not. Go to the location, vi, training, come down. We'll try this. We have given the full path. Now we verify it first and see if that works. Again, it is an error. Why it is giving error? It should not be a problem. Let me check. This is another method you can use in Nagios. When you define two arguments, you can use exclamation to define the arguments in the command. Super. That has taken. Now we'll restart. Let's see what happens for Nagios. Post as it comes, refresh, go to services. It is pending. C4. Wait for some time. Okay, so these are all actually we called as active checks only. Okay, active checks in the sense all server is initiating everything. Okay. Everything is active checks, but these are agentless checks. Agentless checks. No required from any agent than the server. But something you want to find it out like CPU, memory, disk, everything. There should be some agent communication between Nagios. For that, we are using an agent called NRP. Okay. So NRP is one agent. So you want to install that NRP in your server. Which server? Your monitoring. To be monitor server, no? You need to install NRP. That is compulsory. So we'll try to install NRP. There we have installed Nagios. There also we need to install NRP. There it works as an NRP server. Here it will work as an NRP agent or client. So it is there, NRP. So type it as. So there is a configuration for NRP also. So what is the configuration? You open it /bi/etc nrp.nrp.conf. Create. Okay. Anything else that is required for NRP that will check. NRP plugin should be required actually. Star NRP star. You see what all things are left. Yeah, Nagios plugin should be there for NRP. This is important. Now it will have all those plugins which can be used in Nagios also. Nagios also we have installed Nagios plugins last time. So user lib Nagios or NRP user lib check commands are not there. But the configuration didn't. Let me check the status of Nagios right now. See, now it is okay. Okay, so this is one method you can use in Nagios. If the command is not with you, you create a command and use it. That is what I did here. Now what happens if I stop Apache here? If it is stopped. Now the Apache is down, right? So you should get some criticality over here. We'll wait. Now there is no problem. All problems will be defined over here. Okay, since there is a training problem here, host problem is given in the problems. Otherwise, it won't give. So it will take few time. So that is the reason why even the Apache is down now, it will take a few time, 1 minute, more than 1 minute to take the status. It will take time. Let it be. So before that, we will install NRP. Okay. Use nrp.cf. So this is the configuration for NRP. Okay. Log facility is a daemon log. PDI this will be there. This has port number. So agent, this port number should be opened in source our server, the destination server. So this is the NRP port 5666. Even in Windows also it is 5666. Okay, so we need to open this port here for this particular guy. WebSG. We will take input. We will edit it. So many ports are there. You will add one more port 5666. The TCP port number. If you want anywhere, you can give anywhere, or if you want any IP specifier, you can specify it. So always it is better to give custom because nobody else should connect to the agent. Only the Nagios server should connect. Okay, so you need to give the you can add one more thing. You can add the CFG of other also. If you want to add web CFG, there is web CFG. Custom rule. Custom rule. 5666 should be open, but it should be open for only the instance that is covering. So what is the instance? This is the instance. What is the private IP? This is the private IP. You can open the private IP. Okay. Anyway, it will connect by in between. It should be open for all. That is security group. Security group. Take WebSG. This is the one. Edit it. Add rule. Custom TCP role. 5666. Only from IP address this one /32 means only that IP. Okay. Now once you start the service, you should be able to telnet it. Okay. This is server address. Address that NRP should bind to the case. Suppose if you have only that IP address, you can give the IP address also. Not required. By default, it will listen to all IPs. Now NRP user is NRP group. Allow host address. This is very important. To whom it is allowed. Even though if you open the port number 5666, if the NRP doesn't allow it, then also there is a problem. So there is another two security features is enabled in NRP. Nobody else can monitor. Only the host that is allowed, he will be able to monitor. Okay. And these are the different commands. If you go to the last one, these are the few commands that it can monitor. Check user, check load, check this, test process. All other different commands. You can just uncomment them. You can just uncomment them. Check load, check this, check processes. You will take only one right now. It will be okay. It will be on check processes. Only thing is that this plugin should be there. Then only it will work. That you will check it is there or not. It is not there. Okay. So that is a challenge here. So ls/lib64. Even though 64 is there, we don't have NRP or Nagios plugins. Nagios plugins what installed? We'll check where it is installed. libetsec Nagios is not there. Lib NRP plugin is not there. Then where it is installed? RPM -QA 5grep NRP. So plugins will be there. Nagios plugins common. You just need to find it out where it is. So the location is only check NRP is there. Okay, Nagios plugins we need actually. Plugin. So Nagios plugin other plugins are not there. Yeah, it is here. We will check RPM -QA and give this one. Nothing is there. Install Nagios plugins. This is important because otherwise other plugins will not work. How many are there? Many plugins are there. Plugin SSH, SMTP, user, whichever require, only use those one. Okay. Otherwise not required. If you give all, at least few things it will come. Not all, even though it is given as all. I will install that. Okay, two steps you need to. First is you need to install NRP plugin, then Nagios plugin. Three things you need to install in the agent side, client side. Yes, these three modules. It has installed all. Okay, now if you go to /user/lib, there should be some Nagios or NRP should be there, or lib64. Yeah, Nagios is there. And in Nagios, plugins will be there, all came in the destination server. Okay, now if you type that command nrp/etc Nagios nrp.cfg and go to the command line, this command should be available. Okay. Check processes. Yes, it is available. So total 79 processes available. Okay, we can give critical also. See, -w warning. For example, 25 it should give warning, and for critical it should give some 50. So what is the output now? Just looking into the value. W is for 25 processes, and critical is for 50%. Now what is the output? 79 processes. So what will be? It will be critical or warning? Or okay? Why warning? 80 should be critical, no? It is more than 50, no? Critical we are setting for 50, and it is already 79. Okay, now we will check one more thing. Now it is 75, and for critical it is 100. Now what is our warning? Now suppose it is 80 and 100 or 85 minutes. Now it is. So this is how you set. According to your need, you will be setting it. It's not a compulsory thing. You should serve 80 and 90. Okay, that's up to you. So we'll be using these two arguments while passing it from the Nagios server. Okay, warning and critical. Now our NRP is ready. Now start NRP. Init.c, NRP will be there. NRP restart or start. Now type netstat minus ntpl. That 5666 should be up. Yeah, 5666 should be up. And you should be able to telnet from the other server. Now go to the other server, Nagios server, telnet, or better, you should install NRP here also. Okay, let me check if it is NRP installed or not. Same thing you can install. RPM minus QA 5 grep NRTE. Sorry, it's not RPM. DPKG minus L. So we are monitoring two different servers. My Nagios is in Ubuntu and I am monitoring Amazon Linux. Okay. Minus list 5 grep NRTE. It is not there. So apt-get install NRPE. Mostly the name will be Nagios NRP. Okay, Nagios NRPE star. So these are the packages it already installs. Okay, done. So vi /etc Nagios will be there. /etc Nagios NRP. See, NRP came there, but there is no use of NRP over here because I don't want to monitor this. So we can omit this. Only we need to check is whether NRP plugin is there or not. So go to that location. User lib Nagios plugins. In that plugins, check NRP should be there. Okay, ls5 grep NRPE. So it is there. So you can use this NRP for checking the server. So how to check? Now I didn't mention telnet. We will check with using NRP itself. This is the testing. So check NRP minus h. And what is the host name? We'll see if we private IP or public IP it will take. That is a problem with AWS. We need to differentiate between public and private. So if it is not privately publicly acceptable, it should work with private. Go to instance, go to EC2 directory, and take first public IP. Okay, enter. It has become a bit slow. It is taking time. Let it take. The reason is mostly it will time out. Socket timeout. Huh? Why? We have not opened for all. Right now? Now we will give private IP. Even if for faster Nagios working, private IP is better. But it is totally outside of your VPC. You should give public IP. This is my mouse. Because by default check NRP. See, now there is only one. Now it is connected, but you got some extra error. What is that? SSL is not. With no SSL we can give or not. Actually, NRP should be installed with the SSL, and then we should change it out. Minus N will do. Something else. You got 1 bytes received, underflow, what is expected? NRP. So means you're connected without SSL and you received some values that is not correct. Okay. You should get the version of NRP or it will give that all good like that. Now, where is our Nagios and what is the status of? See, it is critical now because our Apache is down, stopped. you will get an address like connection to address, port number, connection refused. So with this error itself, you will be able to know that it is connection refused. Two possible cases. One, Apache is stuck. Blocking will give you timeout error. Blocking will give you timeout error. Something that service is stopped or the service is stuck. Both cases. Okay. If you start it, it will work fine. It's going to etc init.d httpd. Become a bit slow. httpd. Connected to present. Sometimes it will go slow. Maybe you are wasting time on etc. Apache simply will do. Hey, what happened? Oh, I'm running in different server. That is what happened. Sorry. Let us see here. Let it be there. Now we will configure NRP. Before that, let me connect to the other Wi-Fi and use it. This is a bit slow. Damn slow. So got out. It's Nagios. NRP.cfg. That is only command that is enabled. Oh, it is another STA users. Oh, they are enabled. These are enabled one. Zombie processors, STA load, all these are enabled. So we can use all those commands. Suppose if you want custom commands, you need to write custom commands. That will work. And also one more thing, remote. If you want to allow remote scripts, okay, you can enable this blame equal to 1. What is this? Do not blame. Read this. 0. Do not allow arguments. First, allow arguments. So our condition must be that you should allow arguments. Okay. So it should be 1. The name is something different. All right. Do not blame. Means even if you break something, don't blame me. Means NRP, don't blame me. That's it. Okay. It should be 1. Enable command. Host. Either we can give. I do not accept 0.0.0. It will accept only IP addresses. That is for sure. Okay. So we can give public IP also. Let me check why it is not accepting private. Should accept private. We'll try to give public also. You can check the log here. Why it was rejected. tail minus f var log nrp. nrp log is not defined. We'll check it. Or it may be in var log messages. Daemon var log messages. SSL handshake. See, NRP error is there. Could not complete SSL handshake. I will tail and then again we will execute the same command. Var log messages pipecraft NRP. Could not complete SSL handshake. So, what is our command? Go to the Nagios location. User lib Nagios plugins. Right? Check NRP minus H and give the. So same, we got handshake error. We get here also handshake error. So why it was giving handshake error? Minus option should be minus n. Don't use SSL. Now you got something else. Now what is the error? Same error. Could not complete handshake SSL. The problem is we should compile NRP with the SSL. Sometimes this happens normally. So what you want to do is that you need to compile NRP with source. You know how to compile source? Download it, make install. Download, configure, make install. It will ensure that your NRP is working with SSL. That is the reason why it's a problem. Let me, normally you should try with RPM also. We'll check RPM with SSL available or not. Okay. Before that, we should take minus H, minus argument we should take by minus A. Okay. Minus C is the command that we will give. What is the command we have used? Check underscore procs. Right now, open NRP, vi /etc Nagios nrp.cfg, and what is enabled? Check procs is enabled. So check procs is enabled, and we need to give arguments. So what are the arguments we are given? For example, 75 and 90. Two arguments. It will accept two arguments. Why it accept two arguments? 1, 2. It accepts three arguments. One is for see how they are used. Procs. First is the warning. Second is the critical. And minus S is the source where from it is checking. I think that is not required completely. 1 and 2 will okay. It accepts three arguments. We can provide two arguments also. No problem. Only thing is that you should handshake properly. Okay, we will work for that. Now we are given check NRP, could not SSL. We need to give check NRP with minus n. Let's see if that works. Still there is an underflow error. We will fix it with the SSL. Let me check what SSL parameter we can take. This is a common issue. It's a common error. Normally this happens on Windows servers only. Linux servers it doesn't happen. I saw this error last time also. See if you want to check NRP will be here also. User lib Nagios. Where is the plugin location? Where we have found the plugin location? Yeah, user lib64 Nagios plugins. Check NRP. Our plugins already came. Check NRP minus H localhost. If you are getting could not complete SSL, you can give minus n also. There you will get error receiving data from daemon, because same, even though localhost is also not getting the data. Why? Go to /etc Nagios If it is in Nagios, that is not coming. NRP, CFG, it should come in allow host. Allow host. You should allow local host also. Okay. What is the IP address? Local host. Loopback address. 127.0.0.1. Okay. Restart. NRP restart. Now check the same command and see if that works. Still again. So NRP is having some issues with SSL protocol. Okay. That is what we want to fix it. It's a common error. We'll fix it. Minus A arguments is correct. It's a string array. State equal to flag. It should be example RZRS. Most of the status flags you specify is PS command. Running. Oh, S is the running. Okay. Minus S is the status of the process. What are status a process can have? Start process, ready to run process, running process. Okay, started process like that. So that is yes. Okay. We got that one, but with NRP, how we can check it out? We don't want to use minus H localhost, correct? Minus C checkbox, correct? Minus A argument. It should be list. And next is the okay, so it's something. Oh, it accepts 3 arguments. That is the reason. Okay, so we can use it. We should use. Now check NRP. We'll try from here. Okay. With or without SSL, we will try. Where is NRP? User lib 64 mod 64. Lib Nagios plugins. Check NRP minus H. What is the IP address of that one? That we will use. Once your test is correct, then no need to worry. Should give that NRP. Now it is connection reset by pair. No, you will not receive any error. Still handshake is the problem. Okay. Minus MS. Huh? It is not go to SSL. It will not go to SSL. It should give for SSL. Okay. Now the Nagios status may change from timeout to something else. Yeah, same error. Receive enter fault. So it is now like unknown because you're not getting any output. Okay. That you better try to fix it from your end. Nothing serious. It is only with SSL. You have to install SSL. Configured Nagios, I had it, but that cleared off. That volume cleared off, and I just deleted it. That is the reason. So what all things we did today? We have normal checks. We're not covering any SNMP. We have covered active checks with services, HTTPD. These two are correct services. HTTPD is also a normal service in which we have provided parameters. Localhostly, it will provide parameters that came. Next is check process. Check process we have created connected to the end server using NRP. Okay, that is the reason we are getting check NRP commands. Okay, so for the same host, we will be accessing multiple services. Okay, and all problems you can get from Nagios from all problems. Here, these are the only problem. One is the host error, one is the check process error. Since it is associated with this training, it will come everything. That's the reason. Okay, so there are service groups are there, host groups are there. We can group this host also. Now, if you take host groups, there is only all servers is there, HTTP server is there, and Ubuntu Linux server is there. So wherever you have defined a local host, it will be in Ubuntu Linux servers. All servers means it will list all. Okay, HTTP servers is only local host. We didn't mention anything. So this is a group actually. HTTP servers, which have members, and where it is defined in host group. What is the group name? HTTP. Check for HTTP. HTTP. You will get HTTP servers. Who all are the members? Localhost. And if you give training also, comma, training. Previously, the definition won't change. Training spelling correct, no? Okay, now restart Nagios. These are the few things you need to understand. Now restarted Nagios. Now refresh this one, host group. See, training came there. Previously it was only localhost. Now training also came. So this way we can create our host groups, QA machines, all QA machines, prod machines, all prod machines, like that. So we can monitor like that. The same is the case with service group. We can create multiple service groups also. Okay, some sort of MySQL service for all server. My like prod server, etc. We have a service group is there. It will list all services. Suppose sometimes we want to check like that. What all services are running in all servers? What all versions are running on what all servers? We want to understand this. For that only we will use this. See, in QA server, we will be using PHP this version, Apache this version, etc. Same in production, we will be using some other versions. Right? So we want to compare all these things. There is a requirement like that. In that case, we can create service groups. Now, all problems will come here to give you the problem that is there. This is on training, check process unknown, and it's localhost displays critical. These are the two processes problem. Okay. Now, services unhandled their problems, and this is host unhandled problems. One is there. Network outages, if you want to check it, is not there. Then we can check history. You can check history, how they have come up. Critical, path. Then caught, system, shutdown. Somebody has shut down. See, not here. Means just we have restarted our Nagios. So that is the reason why it is given like caught, system. This is system means signal. This is a termination signal. Okay. This is one type of. Then again you have summary. How your server works with most recent alerts, last 7 days. If you want to create a summary, you can create a summary of them. This is the last summary. Like last one week, what all things happened to your server? Which all was down, which all was up. A trend it will give. This all comes under. You can have histogram details also. Same cases. All hosts. Continue with step 2. Training only. Last 7 days report. So it will give you when it was up, when it was down. Okay. So graphical methods also available. Now notifications. It will send notifications to what? Notification by email. Who? Host down was already sent to the root. Event log. What all things has happened in the server? That will be given in the event log. Log versions, demonizing. All restart and stopped will come here. This is related to Nagios. Log analysis. Now again, if you want to configure something, you can configure from front end itself. Go to configuration, it will ask for what to configure. Hostess, continue. It will have two things. This is what the custom one. You can click on this one. You can check what all things has been covered. NRP is there, HTTP is there, check Apache is there, check SMTP is there. So what all we have configured in the back end, you can see in the front end. But you cannot configure in the front end. You can do only in Nagios 11. Nagios 11 is a proprietary version, paid version. This is free. So you have to do it from backend. In proprietary version, there is no problem. Just click and give the respective IP addresses, respective services, just check it. Check it and submit it, it will create its own configuration files. So this is what happens in the backend. That is easy. Okay. Most companies are using that.
But in the free version, not available.
No. The many other third-party configurator is there where they can use configurations. Means who Nagios admin is there. Nagios admin is a third-party administrator which can monitor this, not monitor, configure this. Okay. One more thing that we left is the VPC part. But I'll go through very simply what VPC is. And we will finish off this class. See, VPC is actually we call as a virtual private cloud. So why we are using VPC? Why we are using VPC? This actually VPC means virtual.
It's like a group of servers being included in one.
That is one thing. Actually, the name is isolation. The concept is isolation. We are isolating public and private and internal departments between VPCs so that they can work independently. QA team can work independently, and all the servers that is created for the QA, they can only access that is in that VPC. Privilege can be given concentrated to one VPC. So what happens? Nobody can, if some person is a QA, he has full access to the console. Okay, full access to the console with only one VPC. So that he can access only those instances he can allow. Others they can't.
In both private and public.
So no, VPC is only for private IPs. There is no concept like public IPs in VPC. It's private only, virtual private cloud. So it have only the IPs like 10 series, 192 series, like that only. Okay, mostly we are using 10 series. So they are shifted between different ranges. Means what range we want for Apache server, what range we want for MySQL server. We will define it. So that we define using the subnets. So these are the VPCs that we have it. All details you will get it from here. This is only one VPC we have. Okay, you can create a VPC. This is costly actually. You can create any tag. My department name is QA VPC, and IPDR block. You can give that one must be an IPDR block. What IP should this VPC should acquire? Okay, so I may give like 10.10.0.0/16.
In 0 to 16.
Yeah, so you can assign 10.10.0.1, 2, 3 up to 255. Same is the case 10.10.1 to 255. Those IPs you can use. 255 into 255 IPs you can use. Ready? No IPv6 not required. Tenancy it also may not be dedicated. So it will create a VPC ID. Now close. You have two VPCs. See the IP range given over here is private only. They are using 172 range. So if you take any instance, it is 172. Right now? Now any instance that is created under this one will be having IP address 10. Okay. Now we will go to subnets. So what is subnet? So we already have 3 subnets created for that VPC. So what is subnetting? Same what you call it. We will again distribute these IP addresses into small networks. So that is what it did here. For this subnet, they have created a subnet for availability zone, type of availability zone. So why we are creating subnets and why we are giving availability zone means your one IP, one server. If you have 10 Apache servers, 2 Apache servers on EOS is to 1A, one is 2S, EOS is 2B, and 3C. Why it is that? Even though this VPC, so not this subnet goes down, your Apache won't go down. That will be pointing to one of the IP addresses. They will rotate and distribute it. Clear?
How many subnets will you get for one?
You can have any. You can have any number of subnets. Not at all. That is up to your requirement. Okay. So we need to provide, if you want to create subnets, you need to give subnet for QA, subnet 2 or subnet 1, and give the VPC. Only one VPC if you want to create, that is QA VPC. And what is the range you can associate? You can give availability zone also. These are the 3 availability zones that you know created for. Okay, IP address block. Same is the case. What IP address block you want here? For example, I want it for 10.10.1.0, for example, and give, instead of 32, I will give 8, last 8, masking 8. 24 means it will come only 1. 32 is actually 1, or 24 it won't take that completely, because network concepts in AWS is a bit different. If you give /24, it will take only 1 IP. Okay, it should take how many IPs? 2 raised to 8. 16 IPs it should take. No, 2 raised to 8 is how much?
32.
No.
2 raised to 8.
2 raised to 8. 32 square, 1024. 1024 it should take. Okay. 32 square, it will come. 32 square is 1024. Okay. So must be a valid series. So what could be a valid series?
24.
Why it is 24? Let me try if it is. Huh? It should not take like that.
2400.
Why? That is a concept actually. You should not take that 24. Why 25 is taking only that much?
See, in 16, actually 4 bits are
4 bits are coming.
and 4 bits, 16 is fixed.
Correct.
10.10 is fixed.
Correct.
So you'll be wearing these 2 bits.
Yeah, last 2.
In 1.0, you are standard with 1.0.
1.0.
So this
8 plus 4. 8
this
plus
is
4. Then it's called 24.
So,
Correct. That's fine. So this is one subnet. So once this is created, now if you go to your services, easy to service, you're trying to create one, launch one instances, take any of the instance type, T2 micro, you will have the VPC ID over here. So you can select VPC over here. Okay, and you can select the subnet also. So in this subnet, it is starting from what are the IPs that we are given for that particular subnet. Now review and launch, 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 launch. Okay, this is your VPC server, and it has assigned the IP address. Okay, this is actually the overall concept of VPC. One more thing comes. Routing table is there. So what is routing table? Normal case, what is routing table? Routing table. How to redirect your request from one source to another source. That is nothing but your routing. How you route your complete networks. Okay, so we have 2 routes already created over here. By default, they will create 1 routes. This is the older route. So this is for VPC, this one. Okay, everything association VPC will be given over there. Routes. So it will route 173 with local, and it is connect, all other should connect to this particular routing network. Will be an IGV. IGW means it's an internet gateway. So this IP, this route is an internet facing route, so that anybody can log in to this particular system using this internet gateway. Clear? If you take this one, no internet gateway over here. There is no internet gateway. If you want to add it, edit route, add one, give what happens if you want internet gateway, give internet gateway, no internet gateway found. Because one internet gateway is already used for the other VPC. You may need to create an internet gateway. There comes our internet gateway concepts. Okay, so what is internet gateway? It is just a internet facing route. So whenever you attach internet gateway to any systems, any routes, it will have access to public. We will create one more internet gateway. Give some tag, QA IGW. Created. Now close. Attach it to that VPC or attach it to the root. Attach to VPC. Which VPC you want to attach? Only one will be available. Attach it. Okay. But now you this attached mode. Now your VPC is attached. Now if you go to routing table, go to your routes, and if you edit the routes, now if you add route, and if you want to give internet gateway, what internet gateway? It is there. Now if you can give no result is give, what we can give? 0.0.0.0, yeah, /0. Save routes. So now it has become a route which have internet access. Okay, so that is internet gateway. All VPC comes under this one. There is an elastic IPs. Actually, if you want to edit on elastic, what is elastic IPs? Elastic IPs are fixed IPs given to your public IPs given to your instances. So you can allocate new address. You can take from Amazon pool, or you can own by me also. This is costly. Okay. Whenever you use this one, allocate means it will allocate this IP. See, this IP is given for me. It will charge for you. Now close. If you refresh, that IP will be available over me. Right? Now action associate address. Associate address with what? Two things, either instance or network instance. So instance, if you want it, you can take these instances where you want to associate. So that if you add this one, if you type if config, this IP will be available to that particular server. Okay.
If this elastic IP is not there, whenever we restart the instance, the IP will be changing.
No, it won't change. It will be same.
Public IP will be changing.
This is allocated IP.
No, that is what I'm doing. This elastic IP won't change.
Won't change.
When we attach this, it will be same.
Same. Yes. Yes. It will be same. So this is how you do that. This is costly. I don't use it. So I will use release option so that it will go off. Okay. For testing, you can do that. There is one more gateway called NAT gateway. This is rarely used, not rarely used. Why we require a NAT gateway? Tell me.
NAT gateway because protecting our DB server. One IP will be allocated. That IP will not be exposed to anybody else. It will be NATed and then be.
NAT gateway, I will let you know. If you in VPC, all servers having private IP addresses. They can communicate to internet because of internet gateway. Clear? How to log into the server? Have you think of that? If you want to log into the server, how you will do? You want to SSH -i. If there is no public IP you can use it. If there is no public IP, what you will do? There should be some mediator who will convert your public IP address to route to this one. So I will be using NAT gateway. So that is the reason why I am getting NAT gateways. So if you use NAT gateways, I can create NAT gateway with the subnet that we have created. This is a subnet, I suppose. Okay. And if you want to allocate new allocation, create new IP. So this IP will be allocated and create NAT. This is the NAT gateway IP. Pending. So this is my private IP address. There will be one public IP, elastic IP addresses will be there once it is up. So we can log into this particular elastic IP address using SSH, right? Then we can access any of the private IPs. But this is a gateway only. This is a gateway only. This IP must be routed between one of the instance. You create one instance, route that instance with NAT gateway. Then only your VPC will work. Means somebody can log in and that NAT gateway should NAT your request to the respective private IP, because this is a private IP. This is in one subnet. What subnet is that? That subnet that we have created. 10.10.1.0 subnets. Clear? That's it. This is the idea only. You want to create it. Because in any company they won't give you access for creating VPC. Because either it's once costly and it may tend to create issues. You can only verify it. So you can understand what internet gateway is, what net gateway is. So internet gateway, you got it. Any route which is attached to internet gateway means what? It has access to public. It has access not public to the server, server to public. Ulta. NAT gateway is the reverse, from public to the private one, but where we need one instance, which will route this to our local. Then only it will work. This is the overall concept of VPC. You understood, no? You only understand what is subnets, what is routing table, what is internet gateway, and NAT gateway. These are the main options, and elastic IP. Okay. Some security rules are there, network ACLs. These are rules. We can write policies, how to route, what not to route. Those all comes under network concepts. If you understand that one, but CIDR, then only it will come. Okay. For the time being, we don't require that one. Even AWS people also doesn't much work on this one. Network ACLs means associate certifications. They will work only on this part. Okay. Somebody uses pairing connections. One connection to another connection to another connection. Pairing connections will be there. Their networks also be used. Pairing connections can be used from VPC to VPC connection. Okay.
From different regions.
Different regions. Because QA may be standing in US and the production team is supposed in India. But they are in VPC itself. They want to communicate. Normally we communicate with the public IPs. If you want to allow it, that public IP will be allowed to that particular VPC. That's okay. Otherwise, use pairing. Pair can express your idea. DHCP option is there, but normally we don't use this one. The DHCP is only used for pinging your IP. DHCP server will be there for all other VPC. Every VPC will be there. Will be DHCP. Why it is required? You know what DHCP is? Why? What is the purpose of DHCP server? It allocates IP. So when you create subnets and all, it is memory to DHCP server. So whenever you create a particular server, who gives the IP address? This DHCP server will give you the IP address. Which IP address? Private. Private IP address will be given by DHCP host. Okay. These are all servers. Conceptually, these are all servers. We can install our own DHCP server in our system. Okay. If, suppose in your Wi-Fi system, if you want to make your system as a DHCP server, you can. It is possible. The router itself is a DHCP server. That is the reason why when you connect to a router, you will get an IP address because it is a DHCP server. Okay. So we'll announce this class has been completed. If you want to discuss this one questions, we will set one online session, set one Zoom on sessions if required. Maybe any time when you are free. After 20th, you will be free, right? So call Santosh also, get you also. Ping in WhatsApp. Okay. So what you need to do is that you want to send one mail to Prabhakar, CCing me also that the course is completed. Okay. Then only your certification will be issued. Also my payment invoice will be issued. Two things are there. Got it? Ask Santosh also to send a mail. Now anytime. Anyway, this is completed today means you can send it today. Okay. You have his email address, Prabhakar, right now. You catch it from him. Okay. Ask Santosh also to do it. Yeah. If you have any doubts at any point of time, you can call me or you can just ping me in or either in Gmail or in WhatsApp. WhatsApp, this will be discussed. WhatsApp will be discussed. You can WhatsApp my personal. Okay. Clear? Tell Santosh also.
If you are available on 30th or 31st,
I am available for 31st.
30th or 31st.
1 second. That is possible.